Greetings upon thee, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, and I welcome thee to my 9th video in my playthrough of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Ha ha! Alas, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, it would seem Alvor hath not yet arrived at his post, so we shall begin by tanning some hides. The tanning rack is used to turn animal hides into leather, and to cut leather into strips. Both leather and leather strips are used in creating and improving weapons and armor. Now, animal hides can be worth a good bit of coin, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, but often what you can make with the leather can be worth a good bit more. So it's a good idea to tan your animal hides into leather. Even if the leather does somehow weigh more, despite the fact that it's made by taking away from the original animal hide.
Take what you need.
Figure that one out.
With reason, of course.
Huzzah! It would seem Alvor hath at last arrived, my fellow Dovah-Kiin. Now the smithing lesson can finally begin.
You looking for a new blade? Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. All right, then.
The blacksmith forge is used to create new weapons and armor from raw materials.
Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven... That's a decent weapon you've made there.
Well, crap! Looks like I cut off some dialogue there, my fellow Dovah-Kiin.
I could forge you a warhammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
Generally, this is a pointless quest, and are only doing it to tick the box and gain some smithing XP, but at least Alvor gives you the materials you need instead of depleting your supply. Use the grindstone to improve weapons. All improvements require specific materials which you can buy or find in the world. Just like that, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, we have a slightly better version of the worst weapon in all of Skyrim. Now let us see what else Alvor wishes to have us make.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong. This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Yes, because I'm sure an iron dagger will serve me quite well in battle should a dragon decide to swoop down and attack the town. So, Alvor wishes us to create some armor. Verily, it shall be armor of the highest quality and protect me quite well. Certainly. Well, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, it would seem that Alvor is continuing to give us the materials we need to finish the smithing lesson, so the leather and strips we made earlier may be saved for other things.
Iron or steel is what... Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
So, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, it would seem Alvor wishes us to create a crappy hide helmet. So much for armor of the highest quality. Well, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, Alvor had me make this hide helmet. Who among thee wishes to bet me that he will have me smith it up next?
You the sneaky type? Got some... I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over
Just
there.
like that, I improved right. Make the weapon, improve the weapon. Make the helmet, improve the helmet. A pretty simple format, really, and an easy quest to do early on. However, one must make sure to do this quest before one's smithing reaches level 100, or the quest will become unavailable.
Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh?
Just like that, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, we have a slightly improved hide helmet that we'll probably never use.
All right,
once
then.
we can make something better in short order, and it will do no good outside of being a quest trophy. Well, crap sprinkles on an icy crapsicle. It seems I lack sufficient leather to make a full set of leather armor. I shall have to see what Alvor has to offer as I sell off the junk I've collected from the most recent quest.
You looking for a new blade?
Time to activate my quick change spell! Ha ha!
Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. Take a look.
Items above the divider line belong to the vendor. Items below the line belong to you. To buy or sell an item, select it and press A. Huzzah! We managed to get Alvor's entire line about iron and steel in without interrupting it. Generally, it is unwise to purchase a pickaxe from a merchant, as I just did there, as one is likely to encounter a freely takeable one in short order, simply from exploring the open world. Alas, I did not want to miss out on early mining opportunities. However, I have no doubt that I shall regret wasting coins on that pickaxe the moment I encounter one I can pick up for free. The goal here, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, is to make as much gold as possible while spending as little gold as possible. I had originally planned to buy crafting materials from Alvor, but upon thinking better on it, I realized that after completion of the Love Triangle quest, I would gain taking privilege at Faendal's house, where more animal furs may be found for free. Huzzah, my fellow Dovah-Kiin! At last we've gained our first bit of level progress in the speech skill. With enough levels and perks, the merchants will stop ripping us off horrendously with every bartering session. Ha ha! A glorious victory hath finally been achieved, my fellow Dovah-Kiin! At long last I am unburdened and can run like the wind! Two things of note here, my fellow Dovah-Kiin. Firstly, never speak with Faendal at this point in the Love Triangle quest. Second, where I got dressed earlier, I forgot to put on shoes.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no! No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing!
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Verily, I should think so, Lulu, for treating your sister like a piece of trash in front of the customer for stating the obvious is most unprofessional.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother. What are you talking about? What's in the letter? Oh my. He wanted me to think Faendal wrote this? Thank you for telling me the truth. Could you talk to Faendal as well? I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him. I'd better get going.
Verily, I shall notify Faendal with great haste, and certainly won't rob everything of value from his home.
Well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free.
Cooking pots allow you to cook food that restores your health or provides other temporary effects. Each recipe requires specific culinary ingredients that can be found throughout Skyrim.
Shop.
Now is about as good a time as any to see what food items we may cook using the food ingredients we've assembled so far. And the good thing about Skyrim is that you have access to nearly every cooking recipe right from the start of the game, unlike certain other Bethesda titles. Starfield!
The Riverwood. My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
Now, we haven't much in the way of gold nor items to sell, so there's little we can afford to purchase from Lulu here, but we shall peruse his wares in search of certain essential items. If thou can afford it, when thou encounters a necklace of disease immunity, necklace of poison immunity, or a ring of peerless destruction in a merchant's inventory, it is of great import that one purchase these items immediately. Apparently it's not looking good for old Lulu making much in the way of gold from this encounter, but it is still early in the day. Alas, at this early stage in such a low level of speechcraft, even the cheapest of items are horrendously expensive. We shan't be purchasing much here. Huzzah! It seems we've found items we may sell to nickel and dime Lulu to death after all. It appears Lulu shall be losing gold today. Ha ha! It would seem, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, that I possess a fair bit more items than I had originally thought that are of little use, which may be sold to drain more gold out of Lulu here. Apparently it is unwise to sell such low-value items to merchants, as I am doing here, until thou hast achieved higher level in the speech skill, as I am essentially giving them away. However, completion of easy quests early on in the game shall give thee access to many places where such items may be looted for free, and I believe selling them still generates XP in the speech skill. By all means, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So what were thee on about earlier when thou were treating thy sister like human excrement?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Verily, I would be happy to retrieve it if I may do so whilst completing another quest.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town.
Logan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
And so begins an all too familiar, long drawn out RPG scene following an NPC as she moves slower than the speed of justice while blathering on about nothing.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Yes, because I've definitely never been across the bridge before.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Yes, well, I should think it rather obvious that the what else would be a bunch of walking corpses that can shout you across the room, and I'd imagine they're a far greater threat than traps and trolls.
This way. This way.
Yes, well, I sort of figured we were still taking the only path. Thou need not reiterate the instruction. Yes, well, go on. Let's keep going this way. Sometimes in these following scenes, NPCs can stall for no reason.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Lulu's not a tricky one, he just doesn't have any respect for you, so he didn't think it was worth telling you where he got it. Oh wait, look at that, I think she's stalled again. Yes, she's stalled again. Sometimes one can coax these NPCs along in these situations, but one must be careful not to shove them too hard, or one could completely knock them off their current course and stall the objective. Yes, good, that's got her going again. And thankfully we're almost there.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Wow, sounds like neither of them respect each other. Perhaps they deserve each other after all.
Mara bless you for agreeing to help us. Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north.
Well, my fellow Dovah-Kiin, that will just about be the end of the video. So for now, download, comment, like, share, subscribe. I hope thou were infotained. Keep all water fluoride free. Deboot the reboot. Let us make Saints Row 5, and I shall see thee on the next video. Ha ha! Giddy giddy boing boing.